So, hi guys, it's Seamus. So, I've been, seeing a lot of debate of Call of Duty World War 2 and Battlefield 5. So, I played both games, and I've decided that I give you my personal view. So today in this video, I'm going to give you the reasons, or I'm going to give you a video naming 4 reasons why I think Battlefield 5 is better than Call of Duty World War 2 by Seamus. So, let's do this. Number 1, graphics. So I've had a look at the graphics between Call of Duty World War 2 and Battlefield 1. And with Call of Duty World War 2, they did have, beautiful graphics, I will admit. But with the Battlefield 5, it's like they gave more attention to the graphics, in the other game. Because it looks realistic. Like, the clouds, for example, they look more realistic than Call of Duty, for example. And also, they don't, just put you in, for example, a massive, ruined place. They give you multiple places, so it could be a normal village, or it could be a countryside, or it could be a bridge, near a bridge edge. And yes, they did also, but the graphics overall, I think, were personally better. So that's the first reason. The second reason is the campaigns. Now, the big difference in the campaigns was the number of campaigns each had. Call of Duty World War 2 had one big one, and Battlefield 5 had several smaller ones. I think it's just check. Yeah, it's like I think it's like 4 or 5 campaigns, including the new DLC one. And sometimes variety is the spice of life. So I like it when they give you multiple things. So they may have a British campaign, or they may have a Russian campaign, or a German campaign. And with the Call of Duty World War 2 campaign, it did get quite happy and sad in some points. Like with the ending, for example, when what was his name? Was it Russman? Russman, I think it was. I'm not too sure. I think it was Russman. In the bed, I'm shaking the person's hands at the end, But with the Battlefield 5, sorry. The Call of Duty campaign kind of always treated the Germans as the evil people. They always treated them as evil. Like in concentration camps. And that's one thing I don't like about World War II games. So many people just treat the Nazis as evil people, but you have to understand they were just doing what they were ordered to do by Hitler, Adolf Hitler. And they may not have even wanted to obey the orders, but they were meant to do as they were told. And with the Battlefield 5 campaign, you kind of get I don't know how to say it, you kind of get a sympathy for both sides, the Allies and the Axis, because both had suffered so much. The Russians, the British, the Americans, the Philippines, the Chinese, I believe, the French resistance, and the Germans, the Japanese, and the Italians. They also suffered a lot. So, with the Battlefield 5 campaign, you kind of get a sympathy and an understanding of just how horrifying war must be. Because my dad used to be in the military. He used to be in the army, and he used to tell loads of stories, And there was this one time where me and him were in the park, and then all these other kids came around, and they just listened to his amazing stories, and it was just amazing to hear them. And he left the military because he didn't want to kill. He did not want to kill people around the world, and he didn't want to leave the country to just kill people. So, with the Battlefield 5, you get an understanding of just how hard and stressful, and almost in a way terrifying and horrifying it must have been to kill people, to get that sense of evil inside of you, to get that I don't know how to say it, a bit of regret that you joined the war, but defending your country. You get a sympathy about that, and it also gives you different stories. Like, it gives you the story of of a famous British criminal joining the military in I think it was I think it was Africa. Yeah, I think it was in Africa. And you also get a story of the Germans and, you know, just how the last few German armies were operating, you know, with, I think it was nearing the death of Adolf Hitler, you know, suicide. So you get an understanding of just how strict and horrifying that must have been. The third reason is simplicity. So, you know, the Call of Duty World War II, they had the multiplayer, the campaign, and the Nazi zombies. But I feel like as the game got, you know, like, more into it, they kept adding more stuff that we practically didn't like. You know, they added supply drops, they added maps that we, you know, may not have even liked, like the sandbox, for example. They added, you know, the face paint and the costume. And, you know, the ability to, you know, customize weapons. And just, I feel like as the game progressed, they had too many events. They had too many features. And although Battlefield 5 did do the same, I feel like the Battlefield 5 things were more simpler. And that's the thing that I like. You know, you don't need to complicate add-ons or special events. Just keep it simple, but do it really, really well. I feel like the events with Call of Duty World War 2 were a bit rushed. Like, they were like rushing too much just to get it to the game and update it. But with Battlefield 5, they did it simple. They didn't do simple, but they did it more elevated, more better. And my fourth and final reason is gameplay overall. Now, with the Call of Duty World War II, I did play the whole campaign, and I'm not lying, I enjoyed every single bit of it. But, you know, as the more add-ons added, the more events, and just in general, you know, the more things they added, like more weapons, etc., etc., and the more videos of people, you know, uploading it to the internet and kind of almost ruining the surprise, where I may not, you know, even get the update yet. It just kind of ruins the experience, and eventually I had to install it because I was just getting a bit too, I don't want to sound rude, but bored of it. I mean, it's a real shame because I was getting really excited, but I didn't understand that I would get a bit kind of disappointed in the end. With the Battlefield 5, I absolutely loved, you know, the way, you know, they put you straight into it. They give you a story, a beginning story of just how, I'm not kind, no, how World War II was one of the most horrifying wars in history. It was the war that killed the most people, around over 60 million people. That's more than the Spanish Inquisition, the French Chaboulard, the reign of Bloody Mary, and the Cold War, and the First World War put together. World War II actually did more than them 5 things put together in the same period. You know, well, actually it wasn't the same period, it was in different periods, but it's just a matter of speech, I got mistaken. So it's more deadly and more fatal than them 5 things put together. And the beginning story, oh my god, when it was getting near the beginning of the story, it was so emotional, and I nearly cried when I played the first mission. I nearly cried for something that was happening. I nearly cried with the first mission because it was so beautifully done and so realistic in a way, because I could see, you know, the beauty and the horror, you know, you had to go for, like battling it in the sky, or, you know, battling it on a bridge, or sneaking, or, you know, trying to redeem yourself as a criminal. I could get a feeling about it, and I could understand the pain and the, I don't know how to say, the stress that all of them soldiers had in both the Allies and the Axis. And I mean, God, I'm getting it wrong. Like they were in such a big war that they were scared. They were scared to kill people. And Battlefield 1 was was a great game also. And you could get another feeling of just how horrifying World War I must have been. It was just I don't know how to say it. It was absolutely fucking incredible. And I'm sorry I'm swearing, but that's the honest kind of words that I would use. It's absolutely fucking brilliant. And if you haven't played Battlefield 5, if you have your doubts, if you want, at least rent it. At least rent it, play for a little bit, and then see what you think. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Thank you. And those are just my 4 reasons of why I think Battlefield 5 is better than Call of Duty World War 2. Like I said, they are personal reasons, and if you agree or disagree, brilliant. If you like Battlefield 5, brilliant. If you like Call of Duty World War 2, brilliant. Go ahead. All the power to you. This is just my personal opinion, because I'm a personal YouTuber. I like to do things that I like to do, and at the same time entertain you, because YouTube used to be a place where you could express your personality, do the stuff that you want to do. Sorry. Nowadays, it's just a site, you know, we're talking about gaming and clickbait and Fortnite and persuading you to subscribe, like, join their like campaigns, and I mean that's not what the YouTube of people want, is it? Is that not what they want, to persuade you to subscribe? Heck, some of the people may not even have channels. That's the one thing that really angers me. They're persuading you to subscribe. And yet, when I first looked at the video, I didn't have a channel. I couldn't get a channel. I was too young. So they were saying to subscribe. And I couldn't. And I couldn't get a channel. I did try to press the subscribe button. But then they said to sign in and create an account. And that's just one of... sorry. And that's just one of the things that really make me, like, angry. Like, they're telling you to subscribe, but you may not even have an account. So you may not be able to. And you will have to put so much work. And, you know, you will have to get a full, like, personal account. Like, you have to do your phone number, your age, your email, your, heck, maybe even your bank details. And, heck, sometimes you could even get a virus from creating it. And that's just the risk, I think. So that's why I do, you know, these type of videos where I like doing them, but at the same time entertain you, because it's my channel. I like to do what I like, because I like to stick to the old rules of YouTube. So there you have it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.